In this module, we'll discuss managing money abroad. Let's begin with the cost of studying abroad. For most programs on the recommended list, students pay BW tuition, room, and board, and all financial aid applies. Your BW account will be charged during the normal billing cycle for the semester. For programs where you're living in expensive cities, Paris or London, for example, housing may cost more than BW. Each program is different, which is why you need to visit the Study Abroad Center to discuss payment details. Additional costs typically range between $2,000 and $4,000, including airfare. This will be determined by your own personal spending habits. Determine how much money you'll need by creating a budget. Base estimates on your destination. Gather information from your host institution. Talk with past BW participants. And review travel guides and websites. If you're going abroad for less than 1 year, retain and use your U.S. bank account. Any longer than that, and you may want to look at other options, like opening up a local bank account. Research U.S. banks. When you use your ATM and credit cards abroad, banks charge you a foreign transaction fee and foreign ATM fees. If you get charged for both every time you take out money, you will be crying when you look at your bank statement at the end of the semester. Thankfully, there are a number of U.S. banks that do not charge or waive these fees. There are even some banks that have international partners. Review the Banking Abroad section of your BW Study Abroad portal for a list of banks you might consider using abroad. Getting money from the ATM. ATMs disperse funds in the local currency according to the daily exchange rate. Be sure to know the exchange rate and take it into consideration when budgeting. Insured debit card can be used abroad. Most banks around the world accept debit cards as long as they're associated with a major debit card network, such as Plus, Visa, MasterCard. So look for one of those logos on your card. Inform your bank of all the countries you'll be traveling to and dates you'll be there. If you don't and the bank sees your card is being used internationally, this will put up a red flag and the bank will close your card. Be aware of ATM and international finance charges. You may be charged an ATM fee from the international ATM, plus an ATM fee from your U.S. bank, plus a foreign currency fee. To stay on budget, we recommend adding 3 to 5% to whatever you withdraw or buy. Take out enough money to last you a while. If you visit the ATM every day and take out a small amount of cash, the fees will rack up without you even noticing. Instead, take out a larger sum of money and plan ahead. Another option are credit cards. Credit cards are a great option to use as a backup or in case of an emergency. Just like notifying your bank, be sure to notify your credit card company of your travel plans. Beware of fees. Credit cards can have high interest rates and will charge you an international transaction fee, which can add up quickly. As soon as you receive a bill for your credit card, you'll want to pay the balance in full to avoid incurring interest fees. Before you leave, set up online billing so you can pay your bill while abroad. If your credit card is lost or stolen, notify your credit card company to close your card. Most credit card companies are insured and will reimburse you for any fraudulent charges. Using cash abroad. If possible, order a small amount of your host country currency before you leave. Check with your local bank. If you're not able to do this, don't worry. There are currency exchange counters and ATMs in the airport. Take a small amount of U.S. dollars with you as well to exchange. Avoid exchanging in hotels, restaurants, and retail shops, as the exchange rates and fees are typically much higher in these locations. Let's talk about some other money options. Wire transfers. It is possible to have money sent abroad through a wire transfer. However, there are usually large fees and the process can be complicated. So this is usually only used for emergency situations. Checks. Personal checks are not valid abroad. Traveler's checks are outdated and can be difficult to get cashed. A more modern version of traveler's checks is the newer Cash Passport Prepaid MasterCard. Some additional banking tips. Add your emergency contact to your bank and credit card accounts so they can act on your behalf if necessary. Meet your banker. It is important to go to your bank and introduce yourself. If you have a problem with your account and you call, that banker will remember you and will work quickly to help resolve the problem. Make copies of the front and back of your cards and keep in a secure location. If your cards get lost or stolen, having this will expedite the process of replacing your cards. These tips and others can be found in Financing Your Life Abroad Guide, located on your BW Study Abroad application portal. This completes managing money abroad.